If you enjoy our podcast, please like and subscribe and consider becoming a digital subscriber to the Albuquerque Journal to help us bring you more content like this. You can find this episode and all of our podcasts on the Albuquerque Journal website, abqjournal.com, as well as YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify. See the show notes for a discount code on a digital subscription. Thank you for supporting the Albuquerque Journal, New Mexico's leading news.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the latest edition of the Business Outlook podcast. I'm your host, Kylie Garcia, retail and real estate reporter at the Journal. I'd like to start off by thanking our sponsor, C&M. Today on the show, I've got Dean Strober and Lena Armstrong-Strober, organizers of the annual Southwest Chocolate and Coffee Fest. Today on the show, we talk about their latest project, Albuquerque Sweet Week, and how it's supporting local businesses while spotlighting the area's culinary offerings. The event kicks off this Saturday with a sweet soiree launch party, so enjoy the show.
C&M is truly one college with infinite possibilities in tech and data sciences. C&M offers programs where everyone can learn about software, apps, or how to build websites. You can also choose from AI programs and machine learning, the Internet of Things, and so much more. C&M. One college, infinite possibilities, and a proud sponsor of the Albuquerque Journal's Business Outlook.
Hi, everyone. I'm joined today by Dean Strober to my left and Lena Armstrong-Strober to my right. They are the creators and organizers of the annual Southwest Chocolate and Coffee Fest, which is in its 15th year. Preluding the festival on April 5th and 6th this year is a new event called Albuquerque Sweet Week, which will take place from March 29th through April 6th. But before we talk about all of that, can you guys just take a moment to introduce yourselves to our viewers? Where are you from? How long have you been married? How did you guys get involved with all of this? And I also understand you have a background in theater, so I'll let you
Just a small one, but yes.
Yes. Hi, I'm Lena Armstrong-Strober. I grew up here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and met Dean in New York, and we moved back 15 years ago here to New Mexico. I moved back and brought Dean with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm from New York, where, yes, was steeped in theater, Broadway production, event production, corporate event production, and then 15 years ago when we had our first child, and New York City was not the place to raise her, we came here.
Awesome. So for our viewers who haven't heard yet, what is Albuquerque Sweet Week, and how did the idea for this come about?
Certainly. So the festival traditionally always has some sort of programming, classes, courses, pairings, and we've just came up with a concept to take some of that programming at the festival and spread it out throughout Albuquerque. Not every business that wants to take part in the event can. It's usually a staffing issue. So what we've tried to do through Sweet Week is drive traffic to those businesses, because no matter what the festival is, ultimately that's the goal, to get the people to the business. We also know that people travel in from all over the country, actually all over the world, to attend the festival, and we really want them to experience so much more of Albuquerque than just where the event is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. And do you guys know about how many visitors the festival receives annually?
So the actual weekend festival gets about 22,000 attendees.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so kind of hoping that, this week will also draw in a little bit of the traffic into the local businesses as well.
That's absolutely what it's geared to do, to get people into the brick and mortar shops, and then also hopefully to get attendees that are coming from out of state or out of the country for the festival to come in earlier and spend more time here in Albuquerque.
Exactly. Get into the hotels, get to know Albuquerque, and spend more time here.
Yeah, that makes sense. And so what kind of businesses will be participating, and do you know about how many will be participating?
Sure.
About 22, 24?
Yeah, about 24 different businesses are taking part this year, and that is a very big mix of chocolatiers, coffee roasters, bakeries, wineries, breweries. A similar makeup that you'll find at the festival. And half of the participants are not vendors at the festival. And that was, as mentioned, part of the purpose. So we can involve more people and, have attendees arrive earlier and get out and see what we have.
And make it local.
Exactly.
Sounds like a dream for the Sweet Tooth.
It is. And I will also give a lot of props to Visit Albuquerque and our fantastic tourism department, because without them, this could not have happened. So we came up with the idea. Visit Albuquerque said, we'd love to see if we can help you make that happen, and they have, and we are.
Awesome. So I understand that in addition to promotions, classes, workshops, and various special events throughout the week also includes a level 1 certification in chocolate tasting, which is the only in-person course offered in the U.S.
That's correct.
And it's taking place at Eldora Chocolate on April 3rd, and then Expo, New Mexico during the festival on April 5th. So how did you secure this partnership, and what does gaining that certification mean for a person, and what value does it bring to Sweet Week?
Sure. So how did we secure it? We started early. Honestly, last summer, I reached out to Maricel Priscilla. She is one of the founders of the International Chocolate Institute, and she's also one of the founders of the International Chocolate Awards, which are the absolute highest level of recognition that fine chocolatiers can achieve. She's also one of the originating founders of the Fine Chocolate Industry Association.
And didn't she attend the festival last year?
She did not, but others from the association
From the
have
association.
been. Exactly.
Yeah.
So they've come out the last 2 years. They've been very impressed with what we've done to help support fine chocolate and also just raise the bar. No pun intended. And so we reached out to Maricel, and she has a fantastic long-term relationship with New Mexico. I mean, not just from the chocolate perspective, with what we have in Chaco Canyon and the historical aspects, but she's also studied chili. She's a James Beard award-winning chef and cookbook author. So she signed on very quickly. And so we've set these classes up. And when you go to their website, which is the International Chocolate Institute, you'll notice that they have classes all over the world, but none in the United States.
Wow.
So we are incredibly grateful for her and her time to come on out. These classes, thank you, Eldora, for hosting one. And I will say, since we've started, and got any other questions, CNM has stepped in, and they are offering a class now on Friday, April 4th, that if you get in and you submit the paperwork, it's free.
For anyone.
For anyone.
Anyone and everyone.
Anyone. So CNM has a program where they will subsidize the course. It's traditionally either somewhere between $350 and a $750 certification that really, if you want to really get into a career in chocolate, this is where you start.
Yeah. Awesome. And so, in addition to supporting local businesses and celebrating Albuquerque's culinary offerings, Sweet Week is also aiming to kind of raise awareness for Mandy's Farm, I read, and that, its work in championing employment opportunities for people with disabilities. So I was just wondering, why did you guys choose this organization and this cause to be a focus of the week? And what are you hoping to accomplish through that focus?
Sure. So I work closely with Mandy's Farm. I've been to a lot of their events. I have friends that are part of Mandy's Farm that work for them locally on their board. And like I said, I have a connection with them. So that's where we pulled Mandy's Farm in. We have a daughter, our 11-year-old daughter, who has Down syndrome. She was happens to have been born with Down syndrome. And so one of our missions and our purposes is inclusion. Now, she's not at the employment age yet, but she will be.
She thinks she is.
She will be one day.
She wants to be.
She's already asking when she's going to drive, right? Exactly. So she's on her way, and she's fully capable. So that's why we chose Mandy's Farm. We believe in their mission. They are doing amazing things for the community. And so we just really wanted to be a part of that. And we're employing a lot of their workforce for the festival. They're in preparation for the Sweet Soiree, our Revel, March 29th, our launch party for the whole entire week. And they're also going to be on site working, right? Yeah. So, and then we're also doing a symposium at the festival, April 5th at 2 p.m., I believe it is scheduled for.
2 p.m.
Saturday at 2 p.m. at the festival itself on best practices and how to employ individuals with different abilities, whether IDD or physical.
Yeah. Is your daughter a fan of chocolate and coffee?
Oh, yes.
The biggest.
She definitely is.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so, after 15 years of organizing the Southwest Chocolate and Coffee Fest, what's one thing that you guys hear consistently every year that people seem to be surprised about with New Mexico's culinary offerings?
Maybe they were surprised 15 years ago at how good it is. But I think we can all agree that over the last 15 years, we've seen incredible just movement in the culinary scene here in Albuquerque. We've always known Santa Fe and Taos and other places where people gravitate to, but Albuquerque it's just spectacular. And what we hear most is at the festival. And if there's anything that we hear most, it's simply wow. Just simply wow.
Yeah.
Discovering new businesses, discovering new products. It's amazing. I mean, all of this, the coffees, the chocolates, the baked goods, the cookies, it's really amazing. We love sharing.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Like as far as the coffee goes, also, like I've heard a lot that it's just amazing the roasters that we have here and the diversity that we have. So I've heard that a lot at festivals.
So what do you guys hope Albuquerque Sweet Week will accomplish for Albuquerque businesses and New Mexico as a whole?
Economic development. I mean, basically, every small business out there suffers on some level with obstacles and challenges, and we need to support those.
Yeah.
And I would hope that people get out, try something new, maybe surprise themselves that they find a new business that they didn't know about. That, and then also, of course, with the whole mission behind promoting inclusion and diversity in the workforce, I personally hope that some of our small local businesses go, hey, wait a minute. There are other things that are possible that we didn't realize.
I would agree. I mean, I think that would be the great takeaway. We've spoken to friends who own small businesses about inclusive employment, and they're all open to the idea. They just don't know how, and they don't know who to speak with. So helping us connect those dots and utilizing Sweet Week and specifically the Sweet Soiree, which is the Sweet Week kickoff party, to that end, to draw awareness to Mandy's Farm and just start to...
And other local businesses that are nonprofit that also share the same
community
mission.
options, exactly. The ARC.
The ARC. So they will all have a presence at the Sweet Soiree as well, where we'll be doing our amazing chocolate tastings for that evening, have a great band playing and a magician.
And great bean to bar chocolate demonstration. So Sweet Week's the place to be. And Sweet Soiree is going to be the party.
Sweet Soiree is going to kick it all off.
Yeah. Awesome. And so, looking ahead, do you guys see Albuquerque Sweet Week becoming an annual tradition? And if so, how do you envision it growing over the next few years?
I think we want to just get through the first one.
Let's get through this. And it's not up to us. I mean, it really isn't. So far, we know there's interest out there. We have people going to the website because you sign up for your free Sweet Week discount pass, and that's what gets you a lot of the discounts and promotions. So you have to have that Sweet Week discount pass. Again, it's totally free at the website. But purchase that ticket for the Sweet Soiree to help support Mandy's Farm and everybody else that does great work out there. And then, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. It's just like, even when we first started the Southwest Chocolate and Coffee Fest, we had no idea what we would grow into or even create, right? We were sort of like, let's just give it a go and see what happens. What do we have to lose? Not much at this point. So that's kind of where we are with the whole Sweet Week right now.
Makes total sense. And so there's going to be lots of events happening, lots of different moving parts. Where can people go to see all of this listed out for them?
sweetweekabq.com.
Awesome. And
everything's there.
Awesome. So just to end it on kind of a fun one, if you guys could personally indulge in one Sweet Week treat or experience for the entire week, which one would you personally pick?
I would definitely be drawn to one of the pairings because I love that so many of our local businesses have gotten together and created things jointly. So I would definitely, and I'm hoping to be able to make one of those pairings, like a beer and chocolate.
And I will, first I'll certainly say the kickoff party, the Sweet Week kickoff party, Sweet Soiree, because that we will not be doing again. Because it's going to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity where people will be able to taste different chocolates, the music, kick things off big and strong. So definitely head to the Sweet Soiree. And then, as Lena mentioned, some of these pairings. Oh, we have truffle making classes with Elixir. The truffle making classes at the festival are sold out. So if anyone's interested in a truffle making class with Elixir, I would grab one of those tickets.
Awesome. Sounds fun. Well, that's all the specific questions I had for you guys. Should we try some chocolate?
Ooh, yes. You don't have to ask me twice. How about, okay, so you were saying you don't like dark.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll start lighter, okay? We'll start with the milk. So this is a 38% milk, okay, from Guittard. So this is a similar function and fashion to the chocolate tasting, right? Where, but we'll also go into certain pairings and flavor notes and everything else.
And all the information will be printed out in front of everyone as well. So.
Yes. This is a 58%, so this is going to be a little bit more of a semi-sweet. Okay, so give that a try, and you'll see they'll get darker. But a lot of people approach it as you do, like I don't like dark chocolate because they think dark chocolate's kind of like bitter or burnt, or it's like that baking chocolate. So, and if you want to skip the 58 and just jump right in, because then I would challenge you. So this is 72%. So it's a dark chocolate. But it's how it's made. I mean, because there's chocolates here, bean to bar chocolate, that are coming to the festival. We have Eldora, who's local, but we also have bean to bar from Nicaragua, Honduras, Hawaii, Ecuador, Dominican Republic, some of which is made here, some in Arizona, some in all over New Mexico. And it's in the process. So let me know what you think of that, because it was just technically dark chocolate, but it is in the process, because basically, they take the cacao pods, they take out the seeds, basically,
Which we'll have the seeds there to try, correct? At the sweet soiree as well?
If truly dark chocolate would mean taking one of these, taking off the husk. That is really where it all starts. I mean, this has already been... it's been processed, it's fermented, I think these have already been roasted, but that is your dark chocolate. This is absolutely 100% nothing but cacao, straight from the pod. That's going to give you that bitter taste. But what do you think of that?
Not too bad. It actually reminds me of those, the dark chocolate blueberry covered treats, and I love those. And so, I think it paired with something. Yeah, I think I do like it.
Yeah, well, so you're starting to get some of the fruit flavors, some of the fruit notes, because let's not forget, cacao is a fruit. Chocolate is a fruit. It's amazing to see what it is. And at the sweet soiree, we will have the fruit. We're having it shipped directly from, I believe these are coming from Ecuador. Fresh pods. They are literally going to be picked off the trees, put in boxes, and shipped to Albuquerque. And I know so many people have never experienced what a cacao pod actually looks like, and when you cut it open, it's amazing. It really does change your perspective on chocolate. So at the sweet soiree, you'll get that experience.
Yeah, and I was speaking to one of the participating businesses, and they were talking about how they make the chocolate and how it's real authentic chocolate. And I was like, wow, I actually don't think that I've ever even maybe tried real authentic chocolate. So I'm sure it's a bit of a fresh experience and also an educational experience for a lot of people as well.
Yeah, it's the most delicious educational experience you could have. Yeah, you were speaking with Eldora, who part of Sweet Week is they will have factory tours as well, in addition to the level 1 certification classes. But it's a mad science, and it's a delicious science. So we're grateful to be a part of it.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time to be on the podcast today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.